Hello everyone, this is Mihaela from Axway. Let's dive into what's new in this Flow Manager January release. I'll begin with the most important fixes delivered in this version of Flow Manager. This month we are rolling out support for MongoDB with SSL as well as a replica set for the monitoring plugin. Previously, credential IDs were case sensitive, which would make things problematic with CFT flows. Therefore, credential IDs are now case insensitive. For AS2, a mandatory field appeared in the subscription for acknowledgement communication profiles, so we removed that as it was unnecessary. For a PECIT client product, a certificate was sometimes required even if client authentication was set to no certificate authentication. As usual, the release notes contain a detailed list of all fixes and enhancements, so check them out. If you are using subscription-based Flow Manager, you will have access to Flow Manager usage metrics. These metrics are counted based on flow units, which you can view on the Flows page. Flow usage refers to the number of flow units consumed per month in Flow Manager. A flow can have one or more flow units depending on the number of sources and targets of the flow. This means that the unitary flows of a flow are calculated by multiplying the number of sources with the number of targets. Here in the settings page, you have the section for subscription model where you can set up this Flow Manager usage metrics. You just enter your environment ID and the schema ID and you're all set. Now, if you go to Analytics, you will find the section Flow Usage. And here you will see all the reports for the current month or for the previous months. Also, you can download the report if you need to. Support external and internal IDP in parallel. With this Flow Manager version, you can now configure Flow Manager with both authentication modes in parallel, SAML and internal users. Previously, you configured Flow Manager Access Management using single sign-on with users defined in LDAP or internally in Flow Manager. With this update, a Flow Manager administrator can define parallel access to users from either of these identity providers. To activate this feature, you must define the IDP configuration parameter as an enumeration when configuring the Flow Manager, as you have in the example in this slide. You can change the identity provider mode anytime, but you must restart Flow Manager for the update to take effect. See the Flow Manager documentation for details on this topic. I have set up a Flow Manager environment with both authentication modes. So if I want to authenticate with SSO, I just select it from this drop-down list here. I enter my SSO login. And now I'm accessing Flow Manager. Also, I can access the same Flow Manager instance without SSO this time. Our final feature this month is Flow Manager now supports having multiple relays. This functionality is limited to patterns with one source, 2 SecureTransport relays, and 1 target. This feature applies exclusively to SecureTransport relays using the PECIT and SFTP protocols when pushing data. Here are some examples of patterns that you can create using this structure. As you can see, I am having only one source for each example, 2 SecureTransport relays having either PECIT protocol or SFTP, and only 1 target for each example. In the bottom part of this slide, you have an example of a flow with 2 SecureTransport relays, and what is very important to follow is that you need to use 2 different SecureTransport products for each relay so that the flow can work. Thanks for watching. Install this release using the links in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.